What's going on, New Gaming Order? We back with our audience member as a guest, free play mode, and the rest of the New Gaming Order staff. Shout out to Brother Noop and the other folks that could not be on tonight. We haven't forgotten about you. So I also wanted to thank those who are in the chat right now. You know,
Brother Noob, who's that?
Smart Brother.
Who that is? Who?
Noob Bass Breath Sync. No, we stop. All
What?
right. But all right.
That guy?
Yeah, that guy. The one that you know, when you see some of his pictures, you just see his eyes and teeth.
We forgot. I forgot about him.
Oh, dang. All right.
Shout outs to being in the chat.
All right. So, New Gaming Order audience, the next topic at hand, and Demizzle wanted to lead in on this. Nintendo has filed a patent for consoles not having an optical drive. Now, my thoughts on this: number one, Nintendo I think is focusing on the wrong thing, because the code name NX, or it should be called the Nintendo Next, but whatever. The NX is still underpowered it's more powerful than the Wii U, but it's still not where the One and the PS4 are right now. And I'm going against my Nintendo embargo, but considering what happened, I just wanted to touch on this new console, because this is the first one that will be released without him. Alright, so with that, Nintendo is filing a patent to not have an optical disc drive in their rumored next system. Or it's confirmed, but it's just, okay, with that, we're in the era of Blu-rays and HD movies and whatnot, and we're heading into more streaming and digital distribution altogether. But Nintendo should look at what Microsoft's mistake was in trying to do something first, like with a DRM, or try to jump on something new with the optical disc drive. There's always a casualty. Somebody who tries it first, they're gonna get crucified. Then the next two companies will come back and do it, and then they'll succeed. I think it's a risky move for Nintendo to do this. And with that, I just wanted to give Demizzle the floor and his thoughts on Nintendo trying to go this route with a disc-less console. Demizzle, take us away.
Well, I think it's a mistake by Nintendo, because even if they do discless, it's going to be some sort of physical media, like a micro SD or SD card, similar to the 3DS and the DS. And I don't think we're there yet, because optical media is still cheaper to produce than physical SD and micro SD cards. Like one Blu-ray, like a couple of years ago, one Blu-ray disc cost like $10 at retail, and it cost about $3 to manufacture. Today, that cost is like, you can buy 100 Blu-ray discs for about $50, and it costs less than $1 to manufacture one. So we're in the stages of like where DVDs were like 5 years ago, where they're just cheap as hell to manufacture and buy, whereas SD cards and micro SD cards, even though you can put up to like 256 gig on a SD card, it's still pretty expensive to produce one of those. Well, more expensive than an optical disc. So I think it's a bad move by Nintendo, because it's too soon for that.
Too soon, yes, I agree.
We're not there yet. Plus, if they're deciding to go like without physical media entirely, we're way too soon for that, at least in this country, because let's be real, like, we don't have the infrastructure that like industrialized nations over in Europe and Asia have. Like, our internet service here in North America is way behind what our European and Asian counterparts have. So going totally medialess is a bad idea right now, because only 50% of this country has access to viable high-speed internet, and we still operate off of the bronze and copper wire system in North America. Like, our highest speeds in North America are a lot of countries in Europe and Asia's floors. That's how behind we are.
Wow. And you would think, with this supposedly in some people's mind the best country in the world in terms of resources, they couldn't get this fiber optic out there all over?
I'll give you the quick explanation.
Mm-hmm.
In this country, like telecoms it's totally on the telecom and cable companies to run the wires themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like they control the infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
So even though they may get grants and loans from the government to do so,
Mm-hmm.
they ultimately control it. They have to hire the workers to run it. They have to dig the trenches. They have to put up the servers.
Okay.
In Europe and places like the UK, Germany, Spain,
Mm-hmm.
China, Russia, Japan, even Israel, the government controls the internet as it is
Mm-hmm.
part of the infrastructure there. They lay the wire, they dig the trenches, they do all that stuff, and then they turn around and lease it or sell it to the telecoms.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they get the highest speeds over there, because internet over there is literally part of the infrastructure.
Mm-hmm. Now here, I also think that, with Verizon, Optimum, all these folks, it's privatized and it's about profits. You know what I mean?
It is.
So
if it's not cost effective for them to run internet wire someplace like way out in the middle of bumfuck Egypt, they're not going to do it, because maybe only 2 or 3 people are going to sign up for it,
Mm-hmm.
and it costs them tens of thousands of dollars to run the cable out there.
okay, so like the new Nintendo console wouldn't really thrive too well if it just doesn't have the internet to support it, if it's going straight digital distribution or that new media. Like, it's like they're going backwards, like, with the N64 staying the course with the cartridge, which was a bad mistake in the N64's
It's
development.
not that they're going backwards, they're going forward too fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and this is the #1 market in terms of video games, and even those like services like Steam,
Mm-hmm.
because I know Chris over there is a huge PC gamer,
And
like,
NYC Playboy and Nelson.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Even though that, like, Steam is the #1 game distribution service on computers, and roughly 90% of PC gamers use game services like Steam,
Mm-hmm.
like those sales like pale in comparison to physical media like games on the Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like, you don't see games on Steam selling 10 and 15 million copies like you do on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox
but
One.
that's and NYC
That's
Playboy,
partially-
yeah, it's normal.
That's partially because too Steam doesn't release the sales numbers, so we don't really know how much they're actually selling.
Okay.
Well, to
But
be fair, I mean, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, go ahead.
To be fair, most people that play video games, they don't mess with PCs. They don't want to build a gaming PC.
Mhm.
Here's the deal: they don't have the knowledge to build a gaming PC, because if they knew, it would only cost them $600-500, right?
Yeah.
Then there's the fact that they don't want to go out and purchase a gaming PC, because we're talking $1,500 at that point, right?
Yeah, but it lasts you a good amount of time,
It's just okay. This is how, like, most of the crowd is. It's like this: I want to play video games. Hey man, you should build a PC. Whoa, I don't want to build a PC. It's real easy, man. I could teach you. Nah, man, I'm not about that life. What if I want to go buy one? It's $1,500. You know what? I don't know anything about computers, so I'm just gonna go over to this PlayStation 4. That's $400 out of the box. It plays all the games I want. I don't have to worry about viruses or anything like that. I'm just so you know, I'm speaking in the perspective of someone like majority of people that
the average the majority of the gamers out there who just want a ready-made system, bam, put it out there. I agree with you, and I would like to have you back on when NYC Playboy is back on the show, and you and him will have an interesting discussion with this, because he's a PC Master Race guy. He'll defend PC.
Hey, I'm a PC. Hey, I got a gaming PC right here, man. I don't have any. Well, I have an Xbox 360, but I only use it for fighting games.
All right. And Shinwar, what are your thoughts on Nintendo doing away with disc? Are we ready for a discless console?
wait, I'm gonna do Shinwar's part for him. He's gonna agree with David.
I disagree with Nintendo.
He's on a roll tonight. Sometimes less is more. All right, and to wrap up, Takuma, your thoughts on Nintendo trying to be different as usual?
Well, they should have got on board a little bit long time ago. I'm still a Nintendo fan, so I don't care what happens.
Yeah, you playing Zelda right now. So
Yep. I just beat The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, so that's my game. Or going through my childhood and everything else. But if they're gonna go diskless, if it's gonna be all downloadable and everything else or whatnot, just make sure the next system that you build has enough memory. I'm sorry, not memory. Have enough space on your new system to download the requested games. So it seems.
Yeah, rumors had that they're supposed to be able to put, like, the Xbox One is allowing for you to stick hard drives on and install stuff. That may be their route, because think about it, like, I think they're trying to go away from internal hard drives, considering that, like, it might be jacking up the price of the systems. Like Samsung just put out or about to release a 16 terabyte hard drive. So imagine if you can get that, you're good to go. You don't need a hard drive no more.
Right, you know? Hard drive, yeah.
I mean, considering provided that the console can support it, that's another thing. So that remains to be seen. But yeah, continue.
That's all like that. I mean, I'm cool with it. Just make sure it works out according to plan.
Okay.
Yeah, I found a 16 gig hard drive external, $1,400 on Amazon Prime. Free shipping.
What the heck? Unbelievable. That's a little PSA up in there. All right, so new gaming order. Chris.
Give me a turn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you skipped me. You trying to be racist against the white person?
Yes. Yes. All right, go ahead, Chris.
Oh wait, you're doing your Mike Tyson. Hold on, wait. Obligatory sound effects coming.
Oh, that is wrong, and you know it. He gonna come and beat the hell out of us.
You're beating up dogs too now.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, but just to go to Dave's internet point, another big thing that the country is really spread out, so it's a lot harder for them to get internet to places. And plus, we did subsidize a bunch of shit with Verizon and AT&T. They never followed through on their agreements, and the FCC's not holding them to them. So that's part of the problem there. Also, the Verizon made an agreement, I want to say 5 years ago, to stop spreading FiOS in exchange for Comcast and Time Warner not going into mobile.
Oh.
So that's a cartel type shit in the one of the other business agencies, but the government should have stepped in on it, but of course they didn't.
That's an FCC thing.
well, I guess it would be FCC.
Wow.
Or SEC for cartel, maybe. But anyway, back on point. I don't necessarily disagree with this, because with flash drives now, they're up to 1 terabyte, which is 20 times what a Blu-ray can hold. So this is a right direction in terms of overall storage. Now, I couldn't find the actual specs for the console. I don't know if they were actually released or not. But that'd be interesting to see. It's got to be more powerful than the current gen in order to make a big splash. If it is powerful,
it's not. They confirmed it. It was,
what are they doing?
Reliable sources have said it's not.
What's your reliable source? NeoGaf?
No, internal folks. Matter of fact, I'll put the link in the description and the article from Review Text Video, Stone Fox Media, and a couple other guys. It's like, what are they doing? They were ripping Nintendo for this. Like, you can't put an underpowered system out. It's like they're still in the in-between. They're not really, like, jumping out in front of the competition. You know?
They need to go balls out is what they need to do. Unless it's going to be modular. I don't think that's
Alex, I'm sorry, man. I didn't hear a single word you just said. I was too busy ordering the next gen Nintendo console because I don't care what anyone says.
I get it.
Like seriously, what's this shit that I'm hearing you guys talk about? I don't.
Oh, you know what? I love his sense of humor. That's awesome, bro. All right.
How big is a 1 terabyte console? Like 1 terabyte? I bet it's
Nintendo.
And you know what? And that's how an average blind Nintendo fan will respond to this. But this is not us.
A blind Nintendo fan, bro. You don't understand.
But that's the truth. A lot of them will just say, "Hey, Nintendo can do no wrong."
Look at all the dust on this thing. It doesn't get any use.
And Bayonetta 2 is confined to that system. It's terrible. Oh.
Well, I told you, I'll give you my Wii U once I play Xenoblade 2. That's the only reason I got this console.
This is Nintendo fans in a nutshell. Like, oh yes, Nintendo, shit down my throat. Give me your underpowered console. Yes.
But you know what? No, you don't cheer for that. You do not cheer for that. Unbelievable. All right, with that, you know, we're gonna end that on that note with the kindergarten's kids cheering for that. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, I really would like your thoughts on this New Gaming Order audience.
Oh,
yeah.
Let me see here. Oh yeah, so real quick, Cybernethy bought a 4-terabyte external drive for $130. What else did I miss here? I do apologize. I haven't been following. I've been trying to work the soundboard.
Okay.
Soon find out Nintendo sales records. Yeah, they've only sold I think 8 or 10 million Wii U, so that's not doing too good.
Dreamcast house in them.
Well, that's Nintendo's old damn fault. Let's see.
Okay.
Latvia once had the fastest internet in the world, which they're a tiny ass country. I hope they would be fast.
Okay.
Cross-platform be the best. So yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for your input, guys.
All right.
That's about it.
All right, New Gaming Order. We're gonna end this segment, and we got 2 more, and we're gonna keep them nice and short. So make sure you join us. Newgamingorder.com. Check us out here on Twitch. For those in the chat, you're getting the director's cut and all the unfilteredness between takes. So with that, we'll see you on the next segment. Peace.